This will put a stop to the price of silver. Here's an urgent warning. This is from Business Standard. And when we dig deep into this headline, it seems positive. But when we dig into this, there's some frightening data here. This says green tech demand, supply constraints likely to fuel silver's bull run. And we hear supply constraints and we think, oh, great. Yes, that's what we expect. We expect that there's this large demand for silver. It even says here around 60%. Let me see if I can highlight for you. Around 60% of the total demand for silver comes from industry. Industrial demand has increased considerably in recent years. We've heard this. We know as silver bugs, as silver stackers. Look at that silver right there. We're excited about this. But check out what this article tells us, and it's truly frightening. It says silver has been among the best performing asset classes year to year, outperforming gold, while it has given a return of 24.7%. A return of 24.7. The yellow metal, that's gold, has notched up 17%. Now, especially during bull runs, this is something that we forget as silver stackers, and I have been forgetting this lately. During bull runs, when we're quite bullish on silver, silver outperforms gold, and that's happened time and again over the past 50 years. So to see right here, this number here, 24 right here, 24.7% for silver. That is really important for us to keep in mind. Now, check out how this can change in a really bad way. This says around 60% of total demand for silver comes from industry. Industrial demand has increased considerably in recent years. Silver's usage in green tech is propelling its industrial demand. That's when we say green tech right here, this is just referring to electric vehicles, solar, the green revolution, all of this technology that requires silver. And this article says it also finds usage in high-end electronics and 5G technology. So the demand for silver is absolutely clear. But check this out, and you'll see how this can flip on its head really quickly. It says, while demand has surged, right here, while demand has surged, supply has failed to keep pace. Mining production has been affected by labor shortages and environmental regulations, leading to tighter supplies. And we've seen this right here from the Silver Institute, right? I'm going to highlight that right there. Like, we've seen this and we've heard this from the Silver Institute. Now, unfortunately, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe. It really helps to get this information out there. Let's keep going here. Look at this. This says prices could surge further. Now, this is what we expect when we see a difference between supply and demand that's so clear. It says silver's bull run is expected to continue, of course. This is the person being interviewed. Dewan believes its outperformance may persist due to compelling fundamentals. Silver's fortunes in the medium to long term will be tied to the development of the green tech space. As long as this issue of climate change is before us, and as long as technology is presented to address that, we're going to need silver, and we're going to need a lot of it. Now, the biggest positive for silver is climate change, and that's really strange to even say. It's strange to have the word positive in climate change written in a sentence, and it's difficult for it to come out of my mouth. But this is really, when we're being honest, this is the dichotomy that we have as silver stackers. Of course, we want to have a healthy environment. We want that, but we truly, as silver stackers and precious metal stackers, we benefit from this technology that is being created to help this issue of climate change. Solar, electric vehicles, all this, we need this. So this says, look, rising temperatures lead to a vicious circle of hotter summers and rising energy demand, which results in higher green gas emissions. Solar energy is likely to be a massive part of the fight against climate change. Even by conservative estimates, the solar industry is forecast to grow over 30% in the next decade. Now, here's the part that's frightening for us as silver stackers, and that this is the pill that we're really going to have to swallow. This says recession could play spoiled sport, and this is something we need to look into and really accept that this is a reality. This says few developments may halt the bull run in silver prices. I'm going to say that again because it's really important. A few developments may halt the bull run in silver prices. So already we're seeing, yes, there's an enormous demand for silver, just enormous. And we know that there's only a finite supply. It's a precious metal. So clearly there's only a finite supply. So here's where the wall that we could truly hit. This says, one is a slowdown in Chinese solar manufacturing. And this kind of hits both ways for us because there is already an issue with tariffs and tariffs being put in place on China. Now, will that, whoever becomes president after this election, will tariffs increase? That's yet to be seen. But the real question is, will that impact the amount that that China is producing, that manufacturing sector for China? Because if it truly does have an impact, then that's impacting the silver that is being needed in that industry. So, whoever becomes president, which way this goes for tariffs on China, that is going to be one development that could halt the bull run for silver. Let's keep going. This says, and the second is if Donald Trump gets reelected as the U.S. president and decides to go slow on the green tech agenda. Now, this can be a serious issue because if the brakes are placed on this industry that is presently going full speed ahead on creating green technology, if all of a sudden there's brakes being put on that industry, which could absolutely be done easily, that's going to impact the need for silver. That's going to impact the demand for silver, and of course, that's going to hit our silver price. So this is difficult because we don't know what's going to happen as this election plays out. This is one of the most difficult elections of my lifetime and most of our lifetimes. The pressure is so high on this, and we don't know which way it's going to go. But clearly, it is going to impact the price of silver because one way could lead to the developments that impact the China manufacturing silver. The other way is it can be impacted by the brakes being placed on this industry that presently is just thriving to increase this demand for silver and keep it going. So this is exactly what we need to be watching.